Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Foundry Reacts. Today, it is I, Sly, with the magnificent Johnny Boy for a new game announcement, Resident Evil Requiem. What?
Where the fuck did this come from?
Honestly, I have no idea. Capcom's just pulling out all of the hidden, goodie bags right now.
Yep. Capcom and Konami bringing out some Silent Hill stuff too, which is pretty dope. They're going hard with that survival horror, baby.
Dude, you know that we're gonna be eating well. We're gonna be eating well.
Yep. So apparently, I've heard that this trailer is not very good, but I've heard from a lot of people saying that the gameplay is quite good, though. Everyone just says, like, the trailer is a big misshoot or a big misrepresentation. That's what I've heard so
we
far.
already have gameplay, footage already?
I don't know, but I know people have played it, though.
Requiem?
Yes.
Damn.
Capcom,
so this thing must be coming out this year.
I believe so. I believe within the next year. I think February 27th of 2026. I don't know why the fuck I remember that.
Still possibly next year. Damn, bro. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
within the year.
You're like within give or take, a few hours. I'm like, what the hell, man?
My sources tell me.
My sources tell me it happens on a leap year.
So Capcom's been fucking cooking, so to speak, for the last fucking like decade, since like RE7, around there. Mega Man 10, Monster Hunter World, like all the bangers they've been popping out too. With this,
they've been consistent.
I was really hoping that they would do a Dead Rising 2 Deluxe Remaster, but you know what? I'll take this too. I'll take this as well, but I won't be too fucking picky.
I'm like, I'll never say no to Resident Evil content. I don't think in the last 10 years there's been a Resident Evil. No.
There's Umbrella Corps, there's one or two of them out there.
Was that really within the last 10 years? Fuck.
2017 or something, 2018, I don't know.
Okay, 8 years.
Yeah. We're gonna jump into the trailer, you guys, and let us know our thoughts. RE9 Requiem, baby. But let's jump into it. This feels like Call of Duty.
Sir.
This looks a little res like Call of Duty.
You should have seen the balls on that boy. Oh, is that Ethan?
Nah, dude, that's clearly Sebastian Castellanos.
Out of ammo?
Shit. Out of ammo. That woman. Familiar.
I think this is Rose.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Wait, Ashcroft?
Oh!
Whoa, that's a reference to the frickin' old game.
Spencer, right?
Yeah, Ashcroft and Alexia Spencer. What?
Because they built the mansion together.
Yeah.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days.
It's crazy because it was like
Put a hold
almost
on that
30
for
years
now.
ago when that happened. Like,
found another
canonically.
For
One
real,
that
yeah.
exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Oh, he's got a good voice.
Now I need a
He
good
does.
technical analyst on this.
Okay.
Like some Alan Wake shit, dude.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago.
What the fuck's this shit, dude?
Yo, what
Taste
the
the past.
hell?
I got goosebumps.
Grace.
Holy fucking sweat, Batman. Oh shit.
It's giving me Evil Within vibes. You know how
Yeah,
like there's
dude.
just sudden jumps to like being in like an overwhelming area?
Hey!
Stay close.
What if we were wrong and this is actually the Alexia and
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Boom! Raccoon City, baby!
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Oh. What the
What the
fuck
fuck?
was that?
Oh, okay.
This
so
was very psychological horror, like The Evil Within.
Alyssa Ashcroft is a character from Resident Evil Outbreak. You ever played those games?
The Outbreak series? No.
That was actually my first.
That was back in like 2000, right? Or-
I believe early 2000s because it was on the PS2. But yeah, they were on Outbreak 1 and 2, I think. And apparently they're mentioned in RE7 Biohazard as well. So you're going to be playing as her daughter, maybe? Grace Ashcroft, technical analyst for FBI, sends the orders bureau, Navy Dempsey to investigate most recent rash, mysterious infection of death, blah, blah, blah. It happened at the Windward.
Because I'm thinking of the other family, the Ashfords.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We were thinking of something. We're close
That's
enough.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexia Ashford, yes, and Alexander Ashford, yeah.
Yeah. That's our bad. RE1's a long time ago. Yeah, so Rosemary, I guess Winters, not, I don't think she was referenced in this, which is Ethan's daughter, Ethan and Mia's daughter, but Grace Ashcroft, which I believe is going to be the main character of this game, and her mother is Alyssa Ashcroft, who was murdered at that hotel they mentioned at. Interesting. I don't know a lot about Alyssa Ashcroft. I did play a little bit of Outbreak File 1 and 2, but those were just kind of like here's a chronicle random story of people in Raccoon City, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Alyssa Ashcroft. Was she one of the ones in the mansion in Resident Evil 2 that you, like, you know, remember, like, the extra survivors? Did you get to play as her, maybe?
You got to play as her in Outbreak File 1 and 2, because, like, as I remember, if I remember how it goes correctly, like, you get to choose to play as 8 people, and you start, like, in the bar or something like that, and each person starts with a different specific item, like a coin or a lighter or even a gun, you know? Number 2. Because Outbreak File number 2 is actually the first Resident Evil game I ever played.
Really?
Yes, it was very hard. Yeah, I remember this game very well. It actually goes, I think you start in the same bar that they run through in RE3 remaster, or a remake. They actually start in the same bar. Yeah, usually you get to start as like a RPD cop or like a bus driver or something like that, and you get to choose like a party system as well, like 2 or 3 people that get to accompany you. That is pretty cool. Yeah, but I don't really know a lot about the Outbreak File number 1. I never played too much of Outbreak File number 2 either. But yeah, interesting. They're really covering their bases, because like you could go fucking just about anywhere with Resident Evil. Like they still like there's still like a lot of talks of them doing a remaster or a remake on RE1, using the more like recent using the more recent like engines with RE2, RE3, even RE4, you know.
Yeah.
And they still have a lot of talk of maybe even do Code Veronica as well.
I would love for a Code Veronica just to do that game justice and to get something like new but old out, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I would love that.
because that would make it like accessibility, and I believe a lot more eyes on it, you know.
I'm like, honestly, like I appreciate the formula they've been doing. The one of the new series. So maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm optimistic that after Requiem we do finally get justice that we've been waiting on.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, I am happy to see a refreshing new story, and RE7 was a banger. RE8 got tons of hype. I have faith that this will be something good, and I think this is a chance for them to mix up the dice again, because I mean, looking at the footage, I'm any like cliche RE7, or I'm just seeing a lot more variety, and like I said, I'm getting Evil Within vibes.
Yeah, it is.
Very
Yeah, a lot of
psychological,
psychological kind of jump, like more horror, like straight up horror, not just even like kind of action, adventurous kind of survival.
Less
like,
survival,
yeah, like more like straight up kind of a Silent Hill horror. I feel like when I see clips of that game, and apparently that you can play it in third person or first person, like it's either or, which is really weird. Because there was an update eventually for RE8 as well, where you got to kind of do either or. Because I believe the DLC, where you play as Rosemary Winters when she's an adult, I believe that one is strictly in third person as well.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
you look at the RE engine with the way they did 2, 3, and 4. You know, third person is fire.
Yeah,
It's
you're
incredible.
right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And then you
there.
look at the first person of 7 and 8. I mean, that's also pretty damn
works.
good. It
Yeah.
was spooky. It worked.
Yeah,
Damn good game.
I'm very excited to play that. It looks very fucking terrifying because it's like, they can kind of go wherever they want, from vampires to werewolves to bugs to zombies to fucking voodoo monsters. You know, like it can kind of go anywhere, and it kind of fits. You know, they can kind of do whatever the fuck they want at this point. You know,
It doesn't need to be BOWs, 100%.
Yeah. RE8 left off in a very weird place story-wise, so I kind of want to know where we're going to go from that, because we saw little hints of Umbrella being kind of good, kind of bad, using BOW soldiers, kind of thing like that. The ending's very weird, and I really want to know where we're going to go with that, but I have no idea. And this looks like it's not going to really go off of it, but I saw a lot of posts, people talking about Leon coming back with this game, that he's going to be included into it, because obviously we're going to be going back to Raccoon City at like 20 or 30 years after the bomb got dropped. What did it get dropped in 1998? I believe it took place. So
then the question is, what's the timeline for this game? Because RE4 takes place in like the mid 2000s, right?
yeah, I believe RE8 took place like in 2026 or something like that. When does RE8 take place? RE8 takes place in 2021, 3 years after the events of Resident Evil 7. So
Yeah, because RE4 takes place in 04. Yeah, so I guess that timeline's lining up.
Holy fuck,
you've got
dude.
20, 30 year gap.
As of right now, Leon Kennedy is 47 years old.
For what, RE9?
Wait, no, Resident Evil 7, Leon Kennedy is 47 years old. He was born in 1977. Since RE8 takes place in 2024, his age is calculated as 47. So he's 47.
Jesus.
In 2024. But that's as if, like, depending on how much longer this takes place after RE8.
Yeah.
As an old motherfucker,
Wow.
dude.
Dude, yeah, no, dude's gonna be too lazy to run. He's
Yeah.
gonna be like, out of ammo? Alright, switch to my secondary.
I know. Is he finally gonna get like a haircut that's gonna kind of be fitting for his actual age
True.
and profession? Yeah, I'm really excited for this. This looks very different, very fun. Like I said, we got some other Silent Hill stuff and that new PlayStation game called Ill as well. So hopefully we'll have some more kind of horror-oriented reacts coming to you guys on the Foundry soon enough.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, but thanks guys for watching. I appreciate all the love on the Foundry videos. Cannot wait to see you guys later on next react. But until then, bye slugs.
See you.